Joy is giving gifts, and if I could give one gift to the world, it would be peace.
Ceramics and drawing pencils.
I just like everything. I have no favorite.
Students of art are students of life.
I think having a place for children's art is very important.
I think art should be a daily experience, and I think everything that we do in our lives should be artistically done.
Everything's integrated. It all has to be integrated, and if there's not an art component or a singing component, I don't really want to have to teach it.
And it's unfortunate that it's not valued as much as it should be as a cornerstone to children's learning in a bigger perspective. They just see it as, oh, well, it's just art. Well, it's not. It's what maybe what connects your child more greater than anything to the school, to learning. Without that, it's just learning math and spelling and all the rest of it, which is not very exciting.
I think art can offer students therapy. It's fun to get your hands dirty, and it's fun to move your bodies in different ways.
So much of our schoolwork today is answering direct questions, memorizing facts, and that's not real life. Real life is more of expressing yourself and creating.
A lot of kids can read and write and they have it together, but those kids that have difficulty with that, when you give them an art project and they can create and do what they do, it's just awesome. It makes tears come to your eyes because they look at it and go, wow, I did that, and yes, you did.
Well, I think for one, it really gives a student confidence, and it's a way of sharing their own vision of the world and having their voice heard.
Peace is the voice of a turtle.
The effects of the kids' art on me as a teacher has been really inspiring.
Like, you don't have to be a certain way and be an artist. Anybody can be an artist, and artists are everybody.
Peace is when you are in a beautiful garden and there are birds singing loudly and you know it's going to be a good day.
We all need art in our lives.
I really think it's important that people know how important art is in a child's life and in all our lives.
I wouldn't know what I'd do without arts, because I think it's the only way that I express myself.
I think I want children to be who they are and to enjoy the art that's inside of them.
This is the love of a warm family.
Through art, they can see that they can create, and they can see the processes of that creation.
It just feels so good to create something with your hands and with your mind.
These kids can blow you away sometimes.
Peace is people caring and doing things for each other. I don't believe we can live without peace.
When I first stepped foot on this campus, I could not believe that this little school was nestled in this beautiful area. Stepping into the classrooms, I saw artwork that was representative of this community, representative of the natural aspects of it, celebrating the uniqueness of this school and the diversity of the students.
As a teacher, you're always looking for support, and what you would really like is that the community would take a great interest in its school, would take ownership, would be willing to come and send people to volunteer, would think of the school, Grizzly Hill, as our school. But there is no town here. The closest town is North San Juan, population 125, and that's 8 miles away.
I mean, we have an opportunity here to, away from the rest of the world, create something with our students.
It's just a beautiful landscape here. It's you don't hear traffic. You hear the wind and the trees and the birds.
The history of the art at Grizzly Hill is very rich. I know in the last 7 years it's been especially rich because we have a reputation to live up to right now.
Poetry can't be taught, and the students do have to feel it out for themselves, but you have to model the thing. Once the door is opened and they enter into poetry, they own the whole castle themselves.
Art is life, and life is art. Because you have to enjoy life, and by enjoying life you create art, and by enjoying art you create more life within you.
I think beauty is a kind of vitamin, and people that are surrounded by beauty, whether it's art or whether it's the nature, they become more beautiful.
What we are all trying to do for each other is convey a way that we can create to make our society better.
The art that we did here, it stuck with me. I mean, in every way conceivable, it's been positive on my life.
My experience going to Grizzly Hill was great because I felt, I made these really close relationships with people.
The rural setting is really a blessing in the sense that we were able to walk right back there and do nature hikes, watch falconing and wildlife and learn about streams and such. This school for me was a good entry into wildlife studies and appreciating nature.
Being a little isolated sometimes gives you freedoms that you may not have in a large school district where everybody has to do reading at exactly the same time every day in exactly the same way, so you have a little more freedom.
One of the advantages is that we are living almost with nature, which is so inviting to children.
We have beautiful forests that we could go do nature walks to inspire the kids. It's right here at their fingertips, and so there's a lot of positive aspects to living out here.
It allows us to work in isolation and not be interfered with. At the same time, we are isolated and we'd like some interference. Also, for our kids, as they go to the high school, they're so isolated here. When they get to high school and it's a very large campus, they're intimidated. So we're trying to find ways to address that.
Sometimes being able to touch other cultures or being able to have that experience of visiting, a big art exhibit, for example, or go to the symphony.